Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Okay, a sort of quick video today. I wanted to review this new USB microphone. Now, as you know, this studio that we film in isn't exactly the most sonically preferable when it comes to filming. It's very echoey, it's very cavernous. What you're hearing me on right now is the webcam microphone. So it's better than the laptop, built-in mic, but it's still, several feet away from me. And it's picking up a lot of ambience. And the thing with microphones is you need to get them as close to the source to minimize that ambience. So we've got a lawn crew here today working on our lawn. We've got an echoey, sort of room. We've got a refrigerator, air conditioning, all this stuff, which makes sound. And, even though you may not be a YouTuber, you may not be filming video, you're probably, joining, Zoom meetings. You're probably joining, some sort of video calls or, gaming where you can be heard, some reason, some way. We all do things that require sound. And it's really preferable to make an investment in that sound for your video use, your gaming use, or whatever. Maybe you're a podcaster. All kinds of cool stuff you can do with your computer and a microphone. But it's really a good idea to get a good one. So today, to show you in contrast to the way the audio sounds now, we're going to do a live review, live in the sense that we're going to plug this thing in and you're going to hear the difference, hopefully. This beautiful looking microphone right here, this is a TONOR USB condenser microphone. So this is super cool looking. This is awesome. I'm really excited to check it out. So it's a cardioid pattern, so it's directional. It's going to be a 44.1 kilohertz 16-bit mic. In layman's terms, it's CD quality sound. So it's not like studio quality sound, but for anything you're going to do in gaming, podcasting, YouTubing, web, video, audio, recording usage, this is going to be perfect. So the box is really good. It's pretty common these days for companies, even entry-level companies. I'm not sure if these guys are. It may be high-end for all I know. I'm not that familiar with the brand. But it's very familiar. It's very common these days for companies to do this sort of high-end packaging, which is important. It's your first impression. So you've got a warranty card, we've got the instruction manual, and as you can see there, it's going to come with a stand and a split screen as well, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is cool. It's a pretty thick manual. Oh, nice. It's even in color. It's hard to do this backwards. Okay. That's not color. That's color. Okay, cool. But yeah, so this ought to be really neat. In the box, we've got the split screen first. So basically, if you've ever seen like a studio microphone, they often have these or some form or fashion in front of the mic. So when you go, that actually, that burst of air can distort the audio. So with one of these, it cuts down on that and it allows the sound to come through without those air bursts. So this is good. Let's see here. We've got the microphone itself. I should be doing this on camera. Packed in there pretty tight, pretty well. Everything's sort of all in one. The microphone, this is the stand, this is the thing for the split screen as well. It comes with a little puff on top, and it's a windscreen. It does basically the same thing that the external split screen does, but a little bit more so. These are also called wind screens, so if you were to be outside, that wind noise that you can't even audibly hear, that will distort the microphone. This will cut down on that surprisingly well, but it doesn't hurt to use it indoors as well. Now the microphones also have another split screen or windscreen on the inside under this grill, so that you're not speaking directly in, to that microphone element directly. And but the best thing is to put this on. A couple of it's not gonna block the sound, you guys. It's gonna really, if anything, enhance it. So let's look at the microphone. Well, actually, I don't know how the best way. So it's connected to the USB. It's got a USB Type A on there, and it is hardwire connected to the bottom. The microphone isn't attached to this stand, but it's wedged in there pretty good. So what we could do here, let's do this. I'm going to feed the cable through the hole. I didn't go to college for nothing. And here's the microphone itself. Oh, interesting. I thought that was metal at first, but it's a plastic housing, which I would expect. I mean, the value on this, the price is amazing, but that'll do just fine. It feels, hefty. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel flimsy. The stand has a shock mount, so the microphone, lives in there. So any vibrations get absorbed in there. This again is for the split screen, and then a little tripod stand, which spreads out like that. Cool. So this ought to really help our sound. So what you're hearing right now is probably somewhat echoey, distant, probably pretty thin. And what I'm going to do is let's see, make sure I do this the right way. You'd think this would be fairly simple, but okay, so the mic should go in this angle. We're going to assemble it. And I'm hoping that I can plug it in directly and you will literally be able to hear it. I may have to stop down and change inputs. I hope I don't. By the way, typically the side with the label is the front. Another mind-blowing thing. I was so bored recently, I was actually watching a video about the history of USB, right? And I learned that the side of the USB that has the USB logo is the top. Because if you're like me, you always put it in upside down at least once and before you plug it in the right way. So apparently that USB symbol on the top is important. So we're going to put this in here. Hopefully we won't have to change inputs and we can just literally do this all in one take. But yeah, it looks good. I'll put this windscreen back on so you guys can hear it fully loaded. And then this guy right here, again, I'm just shooting this on the webcam, so I apologize if it's not up to snuff in terms of our usual quality, but I wanted to do a real world scenario. You're not going to use this with your SLR. You're going to use it with your webcam probably. And it's really geared, this is really marketed towards gamers. So you just position it, between you and doesn't really matter where. I mean, on here, they've got a picture of it sort of curling around front. So just kind of put it in position like that, and you're ready to go to town. But yeah, it's geared towards gaming. In terms of the direction of the mic, so this is going to be the front. Again, the pickup pattern is going to be directional, so it's going to cancel out noises, to the side and rear, and emphasize the sounds, from the front. So it's trying to figure out what it is it wants to hear and what it is it should not hear. So things like, the guy mowing the lawn, the guy out in the yard, the refrigerator, the air conditioner, whatever sounds are in the room should minimize down, and my sound should be the focus. So we're going to position it like so. This thing is kind of hard to get to stay all the way around tight. It'll probably tighten up after some more use, but it doesn't matter that much. Okay, so I am going to plug this in, and I hope that you're going to hear me through it. So here I go. I am plugging it in. I may have to install a driver. I may have to cut and come back, so I apologize if that's the case, but here we go. I put the USB in upside down. Okay. Okay, we got a sound. Now we're setting up a device, TONOR TC-777 audio device. Okay guys, I was hoping to plug it in, and I thought it worked, so I filmed an entire outro, and apparently it didn't actually switch over like I thought it did. But now you are hearing me through this microphone, so hopefully it sounds clear. Hopefully it sounds what they would call thicker. The bigger the microphone element, the actual, microphone element. I can't think of words when I do these shows, but the actual microphone element itself is larger, obviously, than the webcam one, which is in itself larger than the laptop built-in one. So the sound should be better. You shouldn't hear any pops. I should be able to do that without any distortion or anything like that. From what I tested, it sounded good, although you're hearing more of it than I got a chance to do. So hopefully it sounds thicker. Hopefully it sounds richer. And again, this microphone is great for a variety of uses. YouTube, podcasting, and you'll be the best sounding person in any conference or Zoom call that you're participating from your computer. And then for gaming as well, you're going to be able to be heard very, very well. So I think this is a great product. I would definitely recommend it. I'm actually going to use it on a podcast or on a live show that we're going to do this weekend. If you don't know about that, you should know about that because we're giving away a brand new record player. So definitely hit the bell notification so you get the notification on that. And we're going to have that thing drop shipped to you. Now for this microphone, so far I'm very, very impressed. I want to try it out some more and really put it through some more real world usage. Bumped it there a little bit, sorry. And as you know, I've used another USB microphone in the past, which works pretty well. So we'll see how this works in comparison. Totally different design aesthetic. Plus it has a split screen. So I'm curious. We'll see how it works. We'll definitely use it. And if you're interested in buying one of these, I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can purchase one and support the channel all at the same time. But for now, guys, thank you for being there. Happy record hunting, listening, microphoning, whatever you're up to. Hopefully we'll see you Saturday. Oops, that's when the show is. Anyway, we'll catch you soon, guys. Take care.